Alright, hello there folks. Welcome to another Friday, start of another streaming session. So, we have all been very sick here recently. That's why there was no stream last week. Still not 100% today either. My wife says that I still sound terrible, although I'm actually feeling a lot better. Some of you know we had to take our son into the hospital for 4 days last week, so that was quite an event. I'll talk more about that a little bit later as we run through the stream. And then my wife and I have been feeling pretty sick too. First, both when we were at the hospital and then afterwards too. We were both been like super congested and coughing, and like even having trouble breathing because you're coughing so hard. So I went to the doctor earlier this week. I'm on a couple different prescriptions. I've got some Gatorade here that I'm going to drink during the streams. This is probably going to be a shorter stream. We're not going to do anything too crazy this week because, again, everybody's still trying their best to recover from being sick. So I figure we'll just do some Master of Orion here. And people seem pretty happy with that. I see people are pretty happy in the chat. So this is probably not going to be a super long stream, but we'll run for a couple hours and see how things go. So let's go ahead and get started. I am fine with the default options here. Thought about changing it up, but I think I'm good for right now. I should do a small map at some point in time. The Silicoids actually play quite well on large maps. They're actually really good on huge maps, but I've never played a huge map before, and I don't intend to start here. So we'll just do our standard settings with the standard 5 opponents. And so we're going to do the Silicoids. I have streamed them before, but they are a good one to feature because they are so different from every other race in this game. So just to run through what you get, the little description there: immune to hostile planet environments. Silicoids have a whole bunch of unique benefits. They are the most unique race in this game. Biggest thing is they basically have two big benefits, right? The first one is they can colonize any planet immediately, so they don't have to worry about the hostility rating of a planet, which is obviously super powerful. It's one of the reasons why they tend to be one of the strongest AI races. I actually think that the AI plays the Silicoids pretty well. The other big benefit is they don't have to worry about waste cleanup, so they can spend 100% of their production on every planet immediately. Normally, you can't do that until the very end game when you have like a ton of waste cleanup techs. Oh, they are good at computers tech. Symbol's right. They are, I believe they're good at computers tech, I think, but that's not that big of a benefit. Now, in exchange for those benefits, they have a whole bunch of disadvantages. Biggest one is they treat all planets as though they're hostile, which means halved population growth. These guys are terrible at growing population, so you have to be really good at managing population if you play them. They are the hardest race to play in the game. They're not the weakest race in the game, but they have the highest skill cap. They're the exact opposite of the soccer. The soccer have the lowest skill cap in the game. You don't have to manage population at all. The soccer just grows so fast, it doesn't matter. So if the soccer are kind of the newbie race, the Silicoids are the expert race. Other big disadvantages, they are rated poor in, I believe, every field except computers for their research. So they have to pay more research to research techs. And that's a pretty big disadvantage. So these things tend to offset their advantages, but you have to be very good at managing population if you're going to play them. Now, I mean, I like playing the soccer as well. It's just that they're a low skill cap. They don't require a lot of finesse to play. That said, just because you don't really have to manage population, every planet just grows super fast regardless. Anyway, so they're an interesting one to do. I always play them with blue. I have certain colors I play all the races with. It's just a personal preference here. Any good rock puns for Emperor names? Dwayne. People like Dwayne. Dwayne Johnson, sure. And then this is, by the way, this is the only chance we get to rename our home planet. So I'll let this sit here for a couple seconds. If people want to have a suggestion for what to name the planet. Again, unlike more modern games, you do not get another chance to do this. This is the only option. Bedrock's pretty good. Gibraltar's These are great. We got to remember some of these. Let's go with Bedrock, and then keep these in mind for other planet names. Gibraltar, Plymouth, those are really good. Let's save these for other planets for one, because we're definitely going to be colonizing worlds. These are pretty good. All right, what do we have here? First things first, choosing the... Okay, so this is a Cylons game. Always want to check who else is in the map with you. So is a Cylons game. No Clacons though. Humans. Okay. Meklar, Sakura. Okay. One other thing that's nice about the Silicoids is they have no racial enemies, and that's actually a pretty big bonus. They just start out neutral with everybody. Might not sound like an advantage, but half the races in the game have huge diplomatic penalties with each other, so that's pretty good. Corner start's good as well. All right, so how many yellow stars? There's a lot of yellows over here. AIs can only start at yellow stars in Master of Orion, yeah, for those who might not know. So there's probably, most of the AIs are probably over here. Looks like we got a good bit of space to expand. Now, if there's no AI here, this could end up being a very easy game, because if there's no AI here, we might be able to just take over the entire eastern half of the map. But we'll have to see. Odds are, so how many other, so by the way, this cannot have an AI. The AI can't start, the closest they can spawn is 7 parsecs. And this is like 3 or 4. So there can't be an AI here, but there can be one here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 5 of these 8 yellow stars have AIs at them. So yeah, the AI here is probably going to be rather large, but I like this overall location here. So we got a lot of stars near us. And remember, as Silicoids, we can potentially colonize basically everything. So how many planets, how many stars are within 6 parsecs? That's out of range. That's out of range, but all these others are going to be in range. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need 8 scouts. All right, now the other question is, where do we want to send this initial colony ship? And that's a good question. So it has to be what's within 3 parsecs. This is within 3, this is within 3. All right. Well, we'd most like to extend range to the north. So the downside is that this is much more likely to be a small planet if there is one here. But I still think we send the colony ship in this direction first, just because extending range in this direction is very important. Because if we can colonize here, this will be within 6 parsecs, and that'll extend range up to the north. Right, the 7 parsecs rule does not apply to AIs. They can start right next to each other. And in fact, I've seen games where like 3 homeworlds are right on top of each other. So yes, they can spawn in sardine cans and they're relative next to each other. So I'm going to send this colony ship here. Odds are this is a small planet. And then the 2 starting scouts, I'm going to send in this direction just because this is where the AI is most likely, well, yeah, the AI is most likely to be in this direction. Sure. Okay. All right, so let's scrap the initial starting ships. Design our Scout 2 just while we can. Oops, we need to do design for that. Actually, that was already on what I needed. Reserve fuel tanks. Those of you who have played this game probably know this, but where we go, specs. If you design the exact same ship the exact same scout ship, it costs 8 BC instead of 10 at the start of the game. Why is unclear, but something about the way the game is bugged. All right, so we'll build factories for the first couple turns. Now, note that we build factories at a pretty good rate here. Again, because we're Silicoids, we spend 100% of our production. We're actually paying a decent amount in maintenance on that colony ship. So as soon as that's gone, we'll be out under this. The trade-off, though, is our population is going to grow microscopically slow. So we want to build factories up to probably about, probably like to build up to about 100 factories. And at that point, we'll have all the factories our population can support. And then we'll probably start building colony ships, which is very different from how other races play the game. This is not on Kyrub's patch. No, this is just, I haven't bothered to install that. Anyway, so not much to do the first 2 turns. Let's see, we're going to see what's here. Hopefully there's some kind of planet here. Maybe if we're lucky to be a rich planet. Okay, this is fine. Baron 45. As expected, it's a hostile planet, but of course we don't care about that because we're the Silicoids. The fact that it's hostile doesn't matter either because we treat all planets as hostile. This is basically average. This is perfectly fine. The main thing is just we want to extend range in this direction because we want to be ready to contest if there's an AI at this spot. So what do we want to name this planet? I did have it installed at one point. All hail the Scout 2, the most produced ship class in the multiverse. I know we had a bunch of those suggestions earlier, that some of them which were really good. We have like Gibraltar and or something like that. Good old rock, nothing beats that. Sorry, I'm gonna scroll back up in the chat. We had some good Bedrock, Hexus, Gibraltar, Plymouth. I like Gibraltar and Plymouth. Hi, those of you just getting here. We're just getting started. All right. So we do want to send some population just because population growth is unbelievably terrible for the Silicoids if you don't send anything. So let's see, how much do we want to send? I don't want to drop this planet too low. I don't want to drop the homeworld too low. Let's see, it's at 45. So if we send 8, we'll get it to 10 out of 45, at least get it up to about a quarter. Let's try to do that. I'm going to send it 8, but I'm going to do it in a couple smaller batches. Oh boy. Yeah, see, normally on your homeworld, you'd be at like 50 million pop by now, but we're still only at 44, so we're still technically below. Let's send 3 million to start. Maybe we'll send another 3 million next turn, something like that. And we have 42 factories. Okay, so we'll continue building factories for, oh, we need to build more Scout 2s, that's right. All right, so this will extend range a bit. So how many planets are in range? Like this is now in range, which was not before. That's not, but that is, okay. So we need 2 for up there. Build 7 Scout 2s. We're gonna need that many for sure. So we'll build those. That is not range, but those 2 are. And then we'll want to see everything that's back here. Yeah. So we'll definitely be able to build the 7, find homes for those 7. Ugh. One thing you don't want when you're Silicoids is empty planets that have empty stars that have nothing. Okay. Oh well. All right. So we'll send you up to here. Send you up to here. All right. And then now we just need to fill out everything else in the area. See everything that's in the area. Again, a normal race would only have been able to build 5 scouts. The Klakons could probably have done 6. But we can get more because we're... All right, and we'll send 1 back to this empty star, and then you can go to Gibraltar. Yeah, that does limit the options a little bit. All right, back to factory building. Okay, so we grew 2 pop. Yeah, when they're in the middle of the... Oh, actually only grew 1 pop. Oof. Yikes, these guys are terrible growing pop. They are one race where I will spend to grow pop in the early game just to finish maxing out planets. All right, I'm not going to send any pop this turn. Did we send someone to the Yellow Star East? Yes, we did. I'm confident that one of them's going there. Tundra 20, okay. Not great, but something. Yeah, this scout's going there. Good call. All right, so we've got 3 million on its way to Gibraltar. We send another 3 million, and then we'll send 3 million more on a future turn. All right, how many factories are we up to here? 49 factories. Okay, still need to build some more. Mostly we're just letting the factories, the scouts span out for right now. All right, I'll again wait a turn. We only grew 1 million that turn. Oof. And then I'll send another 3 million, and then that'll be it. All right, that looks good. Harried 65, dead 50. Okay. Got some definite planets. This is 3 parsecs. This is 3. This is 4. Okay, so we're going to need at least a little range to head in that direction. But there's a number of planets that are only 3 parsecs, so we won't need range to spread out for them. All right, back to 44 million again. So let's send I'm going to send my last 3. And then that should be all I'm going to send to that planet to get it ready. Not yet, we haven't hit. Oh, there we go. Size 100, but it's mineral poor. 35. If any, we're still waiting on. And then we still have scouts en route to these two. It always looks interesting seeing how everything is green on this screen when you're playing as the Silicoids. Ocean 55. Okay. I mean, these are mostly medium-sized planets, but you know, at the very least, this means we're basically guaranteed to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 at 8, and that's enough to be competitive already. But like if we could get here, we have a decent chance of pushing into the northeast here, which would really be quite nice. Yeah, where's there no rich planets yet, which is a little unfortunate. You want to see a bunch of rich planets. All right, dead. 25 is not particularly large. That's 5 parsecs. Although I think we only need range 4. Range 4 would get us to this spot, and then then that would bring these in range. So see how Bedrock is already saying max? It's because we're already hitting the point where the factory count is approaching. So what we're going to do is do one more turn of factories, and then we're going to start building colony ships, and then Baron 30. Okay, a lot of smallish planets. So scrap that. Rebuild the same colony ship. No weapons. Never need anything more than a standard colony base when you're playing the Silicoids. Yep, we absolutely need to contest the north. We need to get everything we can get, as always. And see, look, it's only 5 turns to build a colony ship. Of course, can we fill up any of these planets with population? That's another question. When you're playing Silicoids, you have to learn to operate with less than max pop on your worlds. So we could, of course, start doing research, but I think we're okay. Now we can finally grow a little population. So I overbuilt factories a little bit here because while we're so like this is enough for 51 population, because as we build the colony ship, we'll be able to grow onto some of that. So like in terms of turns, it's only 2311 and we're already building colony ships, which is unusual. All right, so where do we want to send this? What's within 3 parsecs range? What's the best spot? So we can't go here, unfortunately. And we will have to turn on research at some point. Actually, you know what I should do? I should turn on research for 1 turn so we can start trickling research. That would actually probably make the most sense to do. Turn on research, and then we can start trickling it over the upcoming turns. Gibraltar can trickle in some research. Okay. So the thing is, as much as you'd like to grow pop, it's just too expensive to do in the early games. Like even if we run 100% eco, it only grows 2 pop. Just too expensive to do. Is staying at 50 and sending pop over to the colonies a good strat? It works with the Silicoids to some extent. You do need to max out the colonies in time, but basically what you want to do with the Silicoids is sit in the fattest part of the growth curve as long as possible, and then try to max out the planets once you've been able to take advantage of getting the middle of the growth curve population growth for as long as possible. Yeah, there could be some benefit to going to this planet just because it's so large and it could grow pop. It's that or the 65. Actually, the 65, I think I like the arid 65 the most out of these options because it's not a poor world. Anyway, so tech screen. We're not going to open every field. The only ones that we need right now are planetology and propulsion. So planetology, we're guaranteed to have, see, we can't get the controlled, we can't get the controlled environment techs because we don't need them, and we can't get improved eco restoration because we don't need waste cleanup. So we're guaranteed to have +10 terraforming. It's 100% guaranteed to be there for planetology, but that's a useful tech to have, so we don't mind picking that up. Okay, this is an update about our. Okay. This is an update about our car. We're supposed to get our car's been in the repair shop. We're supposed to get it back today, but they just texted and said it's not going to be due until October 3rd. So that's actually Tuesday. Okay, well, at least they let us know. So I'm going to have to make a call after I get off the stream and make an arrangement for our rental car, which is due to run out today. Okay. Anyway, so we just want to have that and propulsion. Now the question is, if we have both range 4 and range 5, which one would we take? I think we only need range 4, honestly, because I think this would get us up to those other planets. So I think I can get by with only range 4, honestly. Anyway, so we're just going to sink a turn into research. So again, plus 10 terraforming is the only option. And okay, range 4 is the only option there. Yeah, see, here's the tech penalty we're paying. Normally this does not cost 450, but because we're poor in the field, it costs more. I know the tech costs for the early techs. I don't know them for the later techs. All right, so we do need to make sure we're trickling some research. There we go, a whole 9 BC. Now this is not going to do much of anything, but that's fine. The whole point is just to start trickling research over time, have that ticking away in the background while we build some colony ships. And Bedrock will slowly grow some pop. So you see we grew 3 whole pop last turn. There we go. Oh, okay. So this means the humans have almost certainly started here. They basically have to have started here. Okay. Now the good news is this is a barren planet, but it does mean we're gonna have to get a move on up here. So this, no such luck that there's no one here. So we are gonna have some competition. At least the humans tend to be a reasonable neighbor. So they're almost certainly here. This is Sol, and then this is probably their second colony. So barren is of course a hostile world, and this is dead. So they will have to research some improved tech, but we definitely want to get our move on up here. This is probably the most important planet. If we can get this, we have a good chance of being able to leapfrog up here. So that's the hope. So that's what we're going to be trying to do. But in the meantime, since we don't have the tech to get up there yet, we'll take advantage of what we do have and grab this planet in our backlines to get stronger. Not much going on these turns. We're slowly creeping there. So then I'll build a couple more factories here because now we can support more factories. What are the techs? They can't get the controlled environment techs. So like, see how this is a dead planet? We can't get controlled dead because we can colonize all of them from the beginning of the game. And then the other ones are the waste cleanup tech. So like improved eco restoration. And then in the construction field, like reduce industrial waste 80% will not be an option. Actually making decent progress on those techs, even with such little research investment. All right, anyway, so this ship finish. There we go. All right, so now we're going to build another turn worth of factories. So we go grab this. Gibraltar's, look at this, Gibraltar's already at half pop. That's good. I'll have Gibraltar send some pop down to this new planet, whatever it is. I'll actually chain the population. I'll show how to do that because this is a perfect population chain situation. All right. So we're at 114 factories, 57. So we're right there. Let's do another turn of factory production because then we'll grow while we're building another colony ship and we'll grow onto those factories. All right. So now we have 128 factories that can support 64 population. I was going to say, so we should be down to a 4-turn colony ship now. All right, good. Okay, so 1 turn there. So here's what we're going to do. We want 65. So we'd like to get, let's see. If I can, this is right at half population here. What if I send 10 pop? I'll send 10. Yeah, send 10 pop here. So watch, I'm going to send this here. And then when it's 1 turn away from arriving, yeah, that drops all the way down to 2 BC. When it's 1 turn away from arriving at Bedrock, I'll send from 10 million from Bedrock down to that world. All right, what's the name for this one? Yeah, galley chaining in space, basically. What's our name for this one? We had a bunch of good names before earlier. I did like Plymouth as a name as well. A little surprising we have not found any rich worlds yet. Silicoids are all about taking advantage of rich worlds because most hostile planets are most likely to have that. Rock bottom. Rock chain. Oh no, whoops. Uh, that wasn't supposed to happen. What? I was trying to type in something. I was trying to type in something and it just apparently the letter O was the only thing that typed. Unfortunately, there's no way to change this. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, I guess that's something that happened. Oh boy. Okay, well, we'll just say it's a small rock. There's no way to edit this once it's typed in. I did not do that on purpose, I swear. Oh well, is what it is. Okay, so how's our tech coming along? Planetology is relatively close. Propulsion's got a ways further to go. Um, so yeah, I'm going to keep grabbing the ones that are within 3 parsecs. I might as well. It definitely makes us stronger to keep grabbing these worlds that are nearby. We have quite a few that are within 3 parsec range. And we are still trickling along research too. So, all right. So here's where our pop swap goes on. So we have 10 million coming into Bedrock. So Bedrock sends 10 million down here. And Gibraltar's still doing its best to grow. All right, there we go. One more turn. So where do we send this one? Probably here, 50, the dead 50. Yeah, I think that probably makes the most sense. Glad we have range 4 in the tree and we don't have to go all the way to range 5. You might say, well, why not just take range 5? Isn't it better than range 4? Obviously, we didn't have a choice in this game. But the big advantage is range 5 is 3 times as expensive as range 4. It's triple the cost. So yeah, it's a big difference. All right, another colony done. I'm gonna grab this. So we're gonna build a turn's worth of factories again here. And just we're building factories as the planet slowly grows. So what do we have right now? We have enough, yeah, so we have population 65. We have enough factories for 64. So we'll just do a turn worth of factories here. Now, where are we going to get the population for this planet? I'm not sure. Honestly, not exactly sure. Maybe we can chip in a little bit from Gibraltar. For Gibraltar. Well, we'll figure it out. Again, you can stand up these colonies so much faster than you can supply them with pop. It's pretty crazy. All right, so now we have 142 factories, so that's enough for 71 pop. I'm getting there. Build some more. Now the question is, we could put this on tech. I want to do a turn or two of, maybe I'll do a turn or two of tech because I do want to get a move on up here. I think I do want to get a turn or two of, I'm worried that this is not going to last forever if I can't get up here sooner rather than later. And I have to colonize this planet first, and then maybe this planet as well before we can get to this one. I don't know if range 4 is going to put the grid on here for a second. Alt-M is the grid, yeah. A little surprised this is 5 parsecs from here. I'm wondering if this will bring it to 4. I hope it does. This one I'm pretty sure would bring it to 4. If neither of these brings it down to 4, then that's going to be awkward. Anyway, it's hard to tell. Oh, you know what we can do? That's right, you can measure with ships. Oh, that's 5. Ooh, that's 5 parsecs. Okay. Okay, that's 4. All right. So we have to, yeah, we have to jump to here and then to here before we can get to there. Okay. I forgot you can measure with ships. So let's do this. I am going to need some additional scouts up here for when the range extends. Because everything within 7 parsecs will be in range. Well, actually, let's have you do some factories for right now. We do need some, you know what we can do? We can have Bedrock squeeze out another scout or two. Oh, whoops, never mind. I actually can't squeeze out scouts. I've got overflow production. Ah, well, that's okay. We'll get scouts from somewhere. 13 pop, 19 pop. Well, that was fast. We got the improved terraforming to pop immediately. Cool. All right, and Silicoids never have a choice on the second tier either. It's always plus 10 to plus 20 because of what can't appear in their tech tree. All right, now we actually do want to terraform Bedrock right away because it's already over half. So let's do 50. Just terraform this immediately. Now that said, we don't need we don't need plus 20 terraforming much at all. Now let's get this into the percentages, and then once it's in the percentages, I'll swap back to once it's in the once I can get it to I just wanted to get it to like 10% odds, and then I'll go back to building colony ships because I'll be able to send them up to here. This scout 2 can move forward. We have room for you. I do need to build some more. Maybe you can build me another scout 2. All right, this one I'm not gonna screw up. O2, no. I like the suggestion of naming one of these as Plymouth, so I'm gonna do that. Now, new O2, new O. All right, yeah, 11%, okay. Bedrock, you can do that. I'll do one more turn of full research. Actually, I don't even know if I need a full turn of, what if I... let's do one more turn of full research. Yeah, I'm just sending these ships forward so that I can be ready to move them forward once range gets extended. All right, and so the next colony ship is going to go here. It's not a very good planet, but we needed to extend range, and then we go here, and then we go here. And we're gonna need to be able to explore and see what's out here too. I need a lot of these scouts to keep fanning out. That's why Gibraltar's building them. Oh, I didn't send. Oh wow, got the pop immediately. Okay. Nuclear engines are good, but we can basically turn research way down. All right, so Bedrock, you're going to be working on colony ship production, and I should have sent some kind of population to this planet. Well, we can do that now. Oh, in Gibraltar. All right. So tech. So we kind of hit the early text that we needed here. Actually could use construction because we're guaranteed to have II9 as an option there. Actually wouldn't mind having an emphasis on that. Okay. And improved industrial 9 helps in the early game. And then we'll open up all the fields after that. All right, all right. So you're going to build the colony ship to go over here. I'm surprised that that popped so quickly. So we've got some scouts heading out. So this is now in range. And I believe that's it for right now, but I can't quite send there just yet. But of course, as soon as I colonize that planet, more is going to be in range. All right. Got 2 more scouts heading there. Let's send 2 scouts to here as well. All right, you need to go back on research just so we have some more trickle research coming in. I want you to terraform at some point too, but you definitely don't have the production for that. All right, you're at like half population. Poor Plymouth has nothing over there. So how do I get some population here? Poor O. Just send like 5 million. million from here, just so it has some way to get started. So this is a very handy tech to get. Cuts factory construction by 10%. All right. So yeah, these two will just send some pop. Bedrock will be ready to grab this. And let's see, 2 turns. So next turn I'll send this scout forward. All right. This is probably a human colony, most likely. But we still need to make them work for it. And maybe we'll be able to get the scout. All right, so I'll do another round of factory construction here, and then followed by another colony ship. All right, bedrock. 1 turn of industry. Off we go. And then we got to grab this planet, and then hopefully the way is open forward. So yeah, I've got some scouts ready to deploy. No, I know that's out of range. But this is definitely going to extend range a good bit. I don't think these planets will be... They might be in range for scouts. Yeah, they should be in range in scouts. So like we're both trying to push this way and then also this way and just see what we can get, basically. How many factories do we have on these planets? 4 factories, okay. How many factories does Gibraltar have? 4 factories, all right. Everywhere outside the homeworld does not have much in the way of factories. As I said, it's a little tricky playing these rocks. They have kind of their own unique play style. All right, so now we have 160 factories. That's enough to support 80 pop. Let's go back to the colony ships again. 3 turns. Let's see. Well, this is going to take 4 turns to get here, so why don't we'll do another round of factory construction first, because no point in building the next ship until this one can get there. Might as well invest in econ first. All right, but now we'll do that. 3 turns to get there. We'll send the colony ship off to this planet, and then that one afterwards. How many factories do we have now? 179. So that supports up to what? 85 pop, roughly? No. 90 pop. How quickly can you get cloning tech? Yeah, cloning is pretty important for these guys, as you might imagine. Cloning tech is pretty important for these guys. Anyway, we're just trickling research, so we're not doing a whole lot at the moment. That's fine, though. Gibraltar's putting a small amount in. All these worlds are just, I mean, if you look at the summary, 22, 79, 16, 2, 2, 1, 1. So once we're done with the expansion phase, I will start use Bedrock to grow pop. Like if I can max out the homeworld, I can use it to grow pop for other planets and send them there, which I actually think is worth doing with the Silicoids. So like I can grow pop, but see, I can only grow 4 pop still. I think if I max out the planet, I can grow about 8 pop in 1 turn, which is not great, but considering how slow growth is, it's still something. All right, anyway, though, but for now, we still have a lot of planets to grab, right? Like, look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 planets. We have a 5th colony ship on the way. We're going to grab these 2, and then, you know, hopefully there's something good up there. Plus, we've still got these backlines to colonize, right? We have this size 100 pore planet I want to grab. This dead planet, this ocean world. Just can't build the colony ships fast enough. Yeah, as expected, there's a human planet. They already have a missile base built here. Not surprised. I figured that they probably had a colony there. But I did want to check to make sure. And as I said, that's why we're hurrying to get up here. If we colonize this planet, we'll definitely be in contact with them. The fact that this one's only barren makes it more likely that like this is the lowest hostile amount of tech. So they need the least amount of tech to grab that one. This I'm pretty confident we'll get because it's dead, but the one on the east is what we need, I think, to extend range up there. Okay, that's not a good message. Out of all the races, you don't want to see the Cylons as the first ones to 6 planets. That's not great. Well, the humans are there. Cylons are, maybe they could be up there in the northwest. Never a good sign, but hey, that's a problem for future Sula to deal with. As I said, we'll deal with that when we down the road. Yeah, we've done like nothing in terms of research, but that's okay. All right. So what's our name for this one? This is not a very good planet. It's only size 20. One of our weaker planets. I don't know if I would call it poverty points. Pebble. Pebble's perfect for a smaller world. All right, that did not bring us in contact with the humans. Well, that's understandable, though. All right. One nice thing is this mistype is down at the bottom of the screen, so I don't have to see it that much. As a size 20 planet, it doesn't need much pop. Just send it 5. That should be plenty. All right, so we've got that. Colony ship off and rolling. How many turns is it going to take to get there? 8 turns? Oof. Okay. Well, you know what we'll do? We'll fill out some of these other planets near us while we're working on that. Let's grab this size 100 planet. Might as well grab some of these while we're waiting. I'll grab this one, and then I'll build a colony ship, send it to Gibraltar, and then it can move there afterwards. All right, so what's been brought in range by this? That's still out of range. That is not, though. That's in range now, too. And that, both of those are, okay. I'm going to send forward to those planets then. Okay. And Gibraltar, you can get us 2 scouts for Pebble and that purple star, and then you can dump some research in for 1 turn. Always important to keep moving your scouts. You never know what you're going to find. Sometimes the AI just is slow to colonize a planet, and sometimes you can slip in and take advantage. You just never know. Okay. All right, this planet is close to being able to terraform. Well, I guess it's not that close. It's not at half, but there's no point in terraforming until it's at least at half pop. Gibraltar, I'd like to terraform, but it doesn't have enough production. Costs 50 BC, and you can see this planet is still short of that. All right, but yeah, I mean we're in pretty good shape here. Up to 84 pop at bedrock now. Definitely a different expansion phase. Yeah, agreed. Colonizing this will 100% bring us into contact. Now the question is what's on these planets here. We definitely want to grab this, but we might be pushing to grab whatever's over there soon too. All right, so this is going to go grab that planet there, and I don't know quite where we're going to get production for, or population for that world. 6 turns, okay. So this will be 3-turn build, relocate to Gibraltar, and by the time it gets to Gibraltar, we should have that planet colonized and we're ready to go grab this, more or less, something like that. And we're very, very slowly making progress on. Oh, Bolrathi, interesting. Oh wow, we got you this. Interesting. I wonder if this is okay. They probably were already there and just didn't have the tech to colonize it. Unlikely that we should have the exact same term as them, but it's possible. Probably they just don't have the tech. So Bolrathi. They are probably here, most likely. Or here, one of these two. Still got scouts incoming down there too. But anytime you can shoo the AI away, that's always a good sign. So how many scout? We have 3 scout 2s. I need one more scout 2 for up there. Delta. Yeah, I need one more. Because I want to have be able to send 3 of them to those 3 scouts to those 3 stars as soon as that planet's colonized. Oh, rich planet. Nice. Only size 25, but now this is nice. Terran 85. If we could get there, though. So that's going to be a bit of a stretch to get here, though. We're not going to have the range to get there anytime soon. I wouldn't be shocked if the AI gets here before we can. The toxic one we probably should be able to grab. I don't think the AI is going to have toxic tech in the anytime in the near future. It's too bad it's only size 25, but yeah. We should start getting in contact with the AI soon, although I'm actually not in love with being in contact with the AI, but I think we're in relatively good shape to get some of the planets in this cluster. We'll see. Maybe the humans have already colonized some of them. 4 more turns to get up there. Poor Pebble building 2/10 of a factory per turn. All right, and another dead planet. A lot of small worlds on this map. A lot of small worlds. All right, let's go back to factories for a turn or two. This planet's almost at half pop. 3 factories per turn. It's getting there slowly. And we're about to colonize this planet. I'm not sure where I'm going to get the pop to colonize it, but yeah. Yeah, we haven't found Orion yet either, although that's probably a good thing. We do have quite a few planets colonized, it's just the population's so low on all of them. Name that one Brittany. Excuse me. Sisyphus. This is interesting though because this is a poor planet. I don't know if there's anything that specifically we want to have to designate our poor world. Like, there's a name that's like this one is the poor planet. Flintstone is pretty good. I don't know that any of these names have jumped out. Sisyphus is a rocket. It will take forever to fill it. Fair enough. It was going to take forever to fill it. Fair point. All right, so where in the world do we get population to get this planet going? Excuse me. Cough's getting better, but it's still not gone. Still have a little ways to go there. All right. How many factories do I have here? So we have 199. That's enough to support 100 pop. Build another colony ship for somewhere. Okay. Well, Gibraltar can send some, I'm sure. Plymouth can probably send some as well. It's a poor world, so I don't need to send an insane amount. 6 million. 5 million. That's probably enough to get you started. O is actually probably my second best planet because poor Gibraltar's been stuck on research duty. Yeah, this planet's actually in the best shape. All right, I got to turn off this relocate order because the next planet I grab is Probably this one in the back lines, probably this ocean world. I mean, we actually have a lot of planets, right? We have 6 planets already on turn 40 of the game. That's a lot. Um, and we were about to grab another one. This one's only 2 turns away. All right, yeah, so this colony is just waiting to go here, but we'll have that grabbed next turn, and then it can start moving forward. This is going to bring us in contact with the humans at the very least, possibly with the Bullrathi. And then our little sandbox will probably be interrupted. How's Gibraltar looking? Poor Gibraltar's been sitting at like half pop forever. Yeah, in theory, this planet can grow pop for other worlds. In theory. We'll see. Maybe I should have grabbed it slightly sooner just so it could start accumulating population for other worlds. Oh well. Tech, we actually have almost researched this tech despite investing so little in it. Cylons. Interesting. That means the Cylons are down here somewhere. They're not up here. They must be at one of these stars. All right. So this is a planet that's not very good on its own, but strategically important for extending range. Hard Rock Cafe. Gravel's good. We had that suggested earlier. So the humans will pop up here. Okay, this means they have an honorable personality. Again, humans tend to be one of the easiest races to get along with. Honorable technologist. Okay. Technologist instead of their diplomat personality that they normally have. But that's good. It's always good to start out. I mean, I'm not looking for a fight right now. You can see how it's going to take a long time to get these. Oh, wow. Wait, what? They only have 2 planets. What? What? Oh, man. Okay. Oh, boy. Well, sure, we'll be your friends. That means, yeah, that means that there's probably, yeah, they're not going to be able to support a very large trade agreement because of how weak their economy is. Okay. All right, now that always means that we're going to have to pay the trading penalty, which is always hurts in the early game. Well, I was going to say I have to go through and adjust my slider settings, but I don't because we're the Silicoids. We don't have to adjust sliders. All right, so this is going to move forward to here. Note that we can see their ships here. Hopefully they'll leave us alone. I would expect that they would. These planets are probably don't have the tech to colonize these worlds, and the AI usually leaves you alone if it can't colonize the planets that, like if the planets you have are a hostility level that they can't match. Not always, but usually. All right. Now, did this planet extend range up to here? Yes, actually. So let's see what we can get up there. That is not in range, but of course it will be once we colonize this. Wish that that was not quite so far. 5 parsecs. Yeah, these are still out of range, unfortunately. Might be worth building a long-range colony ship for this one, but we have so many worlds that are higher priority at the moment. As much as I'd like to get this one, let's continue with what we've got here for right now. All right, so gravel, we want to send at least a little pop to here. Gonna have to hit up Gibraltar yet again, and Bevel, I think. Doesn't need a lot, because it's a small world. 5 and 3 should be sufficient there. Excuse me. Is the barren planet, how far is from Hyporia? Well, that's only 3 parsecs. This is 4. They might not have a controlled Baron, though. They might not have range 4 in their tree either. I don't know what the humans are doing. I'm not going to complain, though. Them being weak is perfectly fine with me. Them being weak means that later on in the game we might be able to take them over. Or just maybe have them as an ally that'll vote for us. We'll see. Okay. So I'm going to grab this, and then I'm going to grab this, and then we'll see what we want to do after that. Might be time to start sending further north after that. But we'll finish at least grabbing the colonies that are right here. Oh, we should probably start grabbing these. Sorry. And we'll want to grab the ones in the center of the map too. At some point, we will stop grabbing new planets and having to supply them with population. Sediment must flow. It's a bit of a logistical juggling act, right? Trying to manage all these worlds that are also population poor. At least this planet, now that it's got it's popping, it should start growing pop at a decent rate. It's gonna take forever to build any factories, but it should grow population at least decently. Okay, I was gonna say I thought I sent that colony ship forward. It just the animation made it look like it hadn't moved. How's this planet doing down here? Oh, this planet is probably almost, it's not quite ready to terraform. Because that would take it to 75, but in like another turn or two, it'll be ready to. This planet's actually going to hit the point where its factories outstrip its pop relatively soon too. In which case, I'll switch it over to research and let Gibraltar finally get a break. Cylons are back again. I'm not sure how long I'll be able to keep them off this planet. But as I said, I'll try it for as long as I can. Okay, so we built those two. 2 turns away. Now the question is, do I build another colony ship just in anticipation of sending it up in this direction? This is within range, right? Yeah, that's only 4 parsecs. Let's wait for 1 turn. We'll build 1 turn's worth of factories here, and then can decide on the following turn. All right, I'm going to terraform you here. 50 BC. Just do the terraforming in 1 turn. Ooh, it's a rich planet. Nice. Excellent. Well, we're definitely going to go grab that. And so Bedrock is now maxed out on factories. Nice. Cool. All right. Well, we'll start building the colony ship for that. Definitely go grab that. It's going to take a long time to get up there, but cool. Target acquired, yeah. So O is now 35 out of 75, right at the halfway point. So like I could terraform this to 60, but then it would be 24 out of 60. You want it to be as close to like halfway as possible. Fortunately, the humans have been leaving us alone. That's nice. No, I have to. They can't go forward yet. You see, this is out of range. What I need is for this plant to get colonized, and then I can send the scouts forward. Well, I might need even more scouts up there, honestly. Probably need even more scouts up there. All right. That's true. I could have sent them to the one I scouted already, but it was just 1 more turn. How it feels to play next to a Silicoid, yeah. Blarney Stone. Is there room for that? Blarney Stone. Blarney Stone. Close enough. That's the copyright protection. All right. Okay, we've almost got this. All right. Probably time to open up the rest of the tech fields. We'd really like to get nuclear engines would actually be pretty good in this situation because of our extremely long supply lines. Like we want to get all the way up there. All right. We can start sending some of these forward. Oh, that's out of range. Oh, okay. I thought that would be in range. I guess it's 1 parsec out of range. What about these? That's in range though. That is not. Okay. Okay, all right, so we're definitely sending up here, although it's going to take a while to get up there. We got some scouts moving. All right. So the question then is, do I just build colony ships like not even knowing where they're like, even if I don't know what's on these worlds, just build colony ships for them anyway? And the answer is potentially yes, although we should probably, maybe we should grab these worlds first. I am starting to hit the limits of like what I can logistically do on the map. Might as well, it's not as if the humans can. Yeah, seriously. But like I am starting to run up against, as I said, the logistical limits of how far I can push. And I am still only working with range 4. So like this to this. Yeah, so like even if I colonize this, this will not be in range. Anyway, that's a choice. We do have one more turn before we have to make a decision. Yeah. We'll take a while for the AI to research control toxic, true. Gibraltar, you can probably go to research. Oh, I didn't send any pop to that new world. All right. So this is like the safest of safe backline worlds here, this ocean planet. Hoxes, I don't even know what that means, I'm afraid. Scone works for me. Sandstone is good too. Sometimes you're almost like, I just want to stop. All right, since this planet's so close to maxing out, let's have Bedrock just finish maxing itself out by growing the last remaining pop. We got a colony ship on the way for that toxic world up there. Anyway, so we wanted to get pop here to Scone. We'll have Plymouth and O send some. 5 from there and 6. Yeah. All right, now we have Blarney Stone, which we didn't supply with any pop. So I'll hit up Port Gibraltar yet again for the millionth time. Sisyphus is not even remotely close. All right, between that should get it to at least like 10 or so. Get it started. And we have this planet down there, yeah. So Bedrock should be in pretty good shape. We do have some tech trickling in, don't we? Yeah. another one. It's a rude sandstorm. Excuse me. It's a rude for sandstorm. All right. So now this planet. So bedrock is just about done. Is this planet to... still hasn't gotten there yet. Okay. All right. So yeah, see, this planet's sitting at max on its factories because we just took some population away. So if you do research then for a minute, Gibraltar can belatedly build some factories. We have some population incoming. I don't really see where I can get this aside from if let's send some from bedrock. No, nothing like that. 7's plenty. And then bedrock can finish regrowing its own pop there. All right, we should have that tech pop shortly. All right, and bedrock can now finish up with this. There we go. So it'll finally be maxed out. This planet is going to go up there. And I do feel like I might want to have, let's maybe equalize the tech fields here, open up the remainder. I feel like we might want to have nuclear engines before we make a more serious push for anything up there. I think that bedrock can now start doing some serious research, and that'll help everything else. As I said, it takes so long to get up there, I feel like it might be better to research nuclear engines first. Excuse me. All right. So how do I want to play this? Let's see. So we've got factories enough that have kind of outstripped population. I might build the factories and then grow the pop. I've done that before with silicoids. Because if you just sit around waiting forever, if you just sit around forever waiting for population to grow, the planet just takes so long to max out. I've done that before, is finish building the factories and then just have the planet grow its remaining population, which is inefficient. Yeah, nuclear engines don't help with pop transport. Agreed. But it is a way to get the planets maxed out in a faster amount of time. Yeah, we still have more scouts coming in. Scouts coming in to scout these planets here, yeah. Humans still seem pretty happy with us, so. They're ahead of us in total power, but that's not surprising because we have no fleet at all, just have scouts. I know that these planets are still here to be grabbed too, but let's do a little bit of research first and then maybe we'll go grab them. All right. You want deep space scanner or battle computer Mark III? Let's take the deep space scanner because it's cheaper, and then we can skip ahead maybe to improve robotics 3. So no choice on class 2 deflectors. And always take those hand lasers. They are very cheap. So bedrock can be doing research for right now. Yeah, this is... All right, what do we want to emphasize right now? Construction is going to pop any minute now. Probably planetology and propulsion. Just in general. Give some slight emphasis to them. Look at that, weapons are already like 20% done. All right, so yeah, everything's looking pretty solid. Keep those planets growing, yeah. Gibraltar finally getting to build factories after ages of being stuck doing nothing. That'll help with the factory construction. All right, so this is nice. We could do II8, but of course we just got II9, so it's not going to do much. Durloy is great. Very nice early game tech. Extra hit points on ships, extra ground combat. Also improves your missile bases as well, don't forget. Hi, Darkuno. Thanks for continuing the subscription. So we should get a scout report on this world momentarily, and then we have these scouts can move forward a bit. Move them up here so they're closer. 6 turns for that colony ship to come in. Definitely a little surprised we haven't been in contact with some of these other races yet. If we got some more tech, we could also potentially put, like if we got all the way to Durloy, which is a long way away, we could potentially put long-range fuel tanks on a ship and pick up like this planet here. But you know, putting long-range fuel tanks on a colony ship, have to use a huge for that. 1800 BC, that's a lot. It's an awful lot. Even here it would take 9 turns. That does not feel worth it at this stage of the game, just to go grab that. Yeah, I probably should grab these 2 planets. It's kind of silly not to. All right, let's go ahead and grab them. Gonna take a while to get up there, but that's okay. And then you can carry our tech load for the time being down here while everybody else does their thing. Yep, no reason not to grab planets. Okay, nothing amazing, but another planet we would of course want. We were already second in pop. The fact that Cylons are first is not amazing. Humans are, oh, okay. Okay, so there's something actually really important in this message. So here's the scary thing. Remember how the humans are so tiny? The humans are 4th in Empire population. The Borathi and the Mekla are even smaller than the humans. That is concerning because of the Cylons being over here. Yeah, that is concerning. Troublesome that 2 AIs are even smaller than these guys. I just hope that the Cylons don't end up with like 20 planets or something crazy like that. But, well, we're just going to do what we can control for right now. Keep grabbing planets and getting stronger. And as we said, that's a concern for future Sulla. Gibraltar finally starting to build some factories. This planet would actually benefit from terraforming definitely would benefit from that. Let's see if we can terraform Pebble. This planet would as well, but it's not doesn't have enough factories to do it yet. Arnistan. A weird game to say the least. Oh, a rich planet. Okay. As I said, we don't have the range to get there just yet. All right, so we're going to build another colony ship. We got the double colony ships going to these 2 spots in the middle of the map. Feels almost like a single, well, okay, of course it's a single player game, but it feels almost like a sandbox exercise so far. Just kind of a weird game. Like, it feels like the AI is barely even in this game. Yeah, it looks like it was hostile all around the humans. Yeah, toxic, dead, barren, dead, tundra. This obviously they didn't have range to get to. It's a bit of a shame that this is a none planet, or else we might have range to get over to here. Still only have range 4 though. All right, let's see if I can terraform Gibraltar now. All right, so we built the 2 colony ships. So now you'll go back onto research. And I'll have you go back to factories. I realize that you're kind of capped on factories, but I don't mind overbuilding the factories a bit. And then, as I said, just growing the pop to fill it in. All right, you also should terraform as well. A lot of planets are just hitting the point where they're finally ready to terraform. That makes sense that they'd be hitting it at about the same time, a bunch of these worlds. All right, so we've almost arrived up here. 2 more turns to this dead rich planet. Hey, Queen Corvo, thanks for subscribing. Been watching you forever. Hope all is well. Love your content. Thank you. Much appreciated. All right, so some of these planets we're terraforming, right? All right, Pebble's done. So terraforming makes the biggest difference on small planets. So like this one was size 20 and now it's size 30. So like as you can imagine, that makes a big difference going from size 20 to size 30, 50% bigger. And that's one thing that Silicoids get is they get all the early terraforming techs. All right, this planet too. There we go. It's nice to see Master of Orion again. I've never won a Silicoid. This is really interesting. Yep, I'll put it up on YouTube. That is the plan. Yeah, they play very, very differently from the other races. You can't play them the same way as the others. You have to have planets sit on half population for a while. Now, eventually, of course, it starts to converge with the other AI, the way the other AI races play. So, like now that we're starting to get through the early game, I'm going to have O, this planet where I mistyped the name. I'm going to have it max factories, and then I'm going to have it grow its pop up to the max. Because it'll be able to grow like right now it can only do 2 pop. It'll be able to grow like probably 4 per turn, and it'll take about 3 or 4 turns to max out, and then it'll be fully maxed out. It is nice that you don't have to fool with waste cleanup stuff though. With these guys, it actually means that there's a little bit less micro in some ways. All right, so how's our tech coming along? We're actually making decent progress on propulsion. As I said, I kind of would like to have warp 2 engines before I try to colonize too many planets up here because the distances are so long from the core, but we'll see. And at some point we might need to backtrack for range 6, maybe, so we can grab, because like these would be available. This planet I might not be able to grab until I have range 6 because I won't necessarily have the range for. Anyway, we'll see. But we're about to grab this planet, so think of a name for this one up here, this rich world. All right, Pebble, has that ship arrived at Pebble yet? No. The west is closer to the core. It's true, but I don't have range to get over here. I know, right? Like this is not that far, but I don't have the range to get here. I really wish I did. Like I said, I wish that this was not a an empty world. I can't colonize these, whereas I can colonize. Like we're about to grab this, and then this will be in range too. Yep. The west is closer, but I can't colonize it, unfortunately. All right. Feel like we've colonized a lot of planets in this game. At least we haven't seen this in the pop-up saying the Cylons have 12 worlds yet. Mineral. Geode, nice. Gem. A lot of good ones here. Let's go with nice because this is a rich world. It's a nice planet. Haha. Right. And that's one of the things that hurts them long term is they can never get Gaia planets. All right, so this is now in range. And this is now in range. Actually, all of these are now in range. I thought I had more scouts up here. So I'm going to need 1 more to grab that. way up there. Sisyphus, go explore this. It's gonna take forever, but that's okay. All right, so we'll check out what else is up here in this corner. All right, so range check. So this planet's in range. We can grab this. It's only 2 parsecs. This is not in range, unfortunately, and I don't know that colonizing any of these worlds will bring it in range. All right, that's okay. So if we colonize this planet here, then we can leapfrog to here, assuming there is a planet there, and then we can get to there. So that's the hope. Humans also have a colony ship hidden in up here. Okay. Got to remember, the humans are in this game. They might have attacked to colonize this too. So we probably should start sending some ships in that direction. Let's have you grab this. All right, so might as well start building colony ships, right? We want to go up there, so this is probably the fastest we can do here. So it doesn't look like we're going to have propulsion. Oh, well, we're not going to have anything if we have no research, are we? Turn research back on. Doesn't look like we're going to have nuclear engines ready to go grab that. Yep, there's a human colony ship up there. All right, how do we ever get population up to this world? Nice. It's a rich world, so we would like to support this one. But again, the logistics are so far. Let's send 8 from Blarneyston. Maybe Sisyphus can send a little up there too. Going to take a while, but yeah, just because it is a rich world, we'd like to help it get started. Yeah, our neighbors are doing something. It's like, wait, what? It has felt like the AI, the humans are barely even in this game so far. We'll see. I'll keep an eye on them. I do have scouts poised over most of these worlds, so if their colony ships are unarmed, I should be able to chase them away. Of course, it's also possible they put weapons on a colony ship by now. We are actually fairly far along. We are 60 turns into this game by now. Well, we'll see. Yeah, here come colony ships. I don't know where they're sending their colony ships. Can't tell where they're sending yet because we don't have the upgrade. We only have the basic scanners. Hopefully they'll leave us alone if they're moving around in these areas. All right, so Pebble. All right, that other colony ship hasn't quite made it there yet. This planet's actually has almost maxed its factories. Cool. So this planet might actually end up being the first to max out because, oh, I've stopped to put on research for the time being. Probably headed toward that minimal world. Quite possibly. Well, hopefully there's no weapons on it. Hand lasers, yay! Oh, neutron pellet gun's always a nice weapon to have. This is a ship-to-ship weapon that holds its utility for a long time. Only does 2 to 5 damage, but it halves the effectiveness of shields, so it's useful for a long time. It's a better weapon than the ion cannon, which is more expensive. So the big advantage of the ion cannon is you can put the heavy version on, which has 2 space range, but I'd rather get the cheaper tech that's more likely to be useful for a while. All right, production. We're 4th in production. Interesting that the Meklar, of course, are probably small, but have a lot of production. Good to see that the Sakra outstrip the Cylons there. All right. We do have something scouting this world, don't we? Yeah, okay. All right, so we've got 1 colony ship incoming. Let's build another colony ship. We'll send 2 of them up there. At the very least, we know we want 2 colony ships. Probably more than that, but got 2 of them on their way. I haven't forgotten this one over here. It's on its way to the center of the map at Pebble. And yeah, like I said, Plymouth, which grew 0 pop last turn, needs 8 factories to max out, or to finish. 8 factories. That should be just about right. Yep. So we're making some progress. It'll be nice to have the second tier scanner. We'll be able to see a bit further. But the tech I'm most interested right now is the nuclear engines for warp 2 movement would be nice. Plus 20 terraforming won't be bad either. Yep. All right. So Plymouth is maxed out on industry. So now we're going to regrow its pop. So I want to be clear, this is inefficient to do this. The correct way to do this, if you're playing from a max efficiency standpoint, is just put the planet on research and then just let it slowly grow its pop over time naturally. But I'm not going to do this. I'm going to pay to grow the population. And the reason for this is I value planets being maxed out so that they can then divert 100% of their resources to whatever you need. So like right now, we're not in any danger. Like there's nothing going on, there's no crisis, we don't need ships. So I'm willing to sacrifice some efficiency here in a situation where there's no danger so that if 10 turns down the road, suddenly there's a crisis and I need to react, this planet's maxed on pop and maxed on factories, and then I can immediately shift into whatever I need. So I'm willing to sacrifice some efficiency here in the form of we could be doing research while the planet slowly grows its pop, to have the planet maxed out sooner, and then I can respond if a genuine emergency pops up. So that's my explanation for this. The other reason is it just bugs me not having planets maxed. Like this planet is not maxed out, and I want it to be maxed. So yeah. So even though, as I said, it is inefficient to grow the pop, we're just going to spend about 5 turns here, and it'll max out on pop, and then it'll be free to do whatever I need it to, which will likely be just going on to research. So that's my explanation for that. Hopefully it makes sense why I do this. But if you are focused purely on efficiency, you would just put the plant on research and let it grow naturally from there. All right, this colony ship does look like it's headed to Nice, or if it's not headed to Nice, it's headed to the minimal world, one of the two. But we're all the way up to amiable, so I don't think that they're planning anything aggressive on us. We've actually managed to turn a positive on our trade agreement. I'm just trying to check in on my planets here, see do any of them need to terraform. Like this planet Gravel should terraform. I'm going to take 2 turns to do it. But there we go, because they can get to 35, and then I'll be at 18 out of 35. Pebble's actually going to be maxed out relatively soon. Gibraltar is finally getting to the point where it's overcome the fact that we abused it for pop a billion times in the early game. And then Skonin over here in the corner is actually almost ready to terraform too. Darude, yeah, these planets are starting to get there. Starting to get there. Another tundra world, okay. A lot of this is a very Silicoids map, right? Lots and lots of hostile planets. Sure looks like Nice is the target over here. Hopefully, oh, they colonized a world up there because we didn't manage to get a scout up there in time. Oh no, the humans got another planet. We weren't able to get a scout up there fast enough. See, that's my bad. I could have maybe gotten a scout up there in time. And now we don't have, now we needed to colonize that planet to get to this planet. They just got 50% bigger, yeah. Oh well. I mean, they started here, I started here. The fact that they were able to get up to there a little bit sooner is not terrible, but would have been nice if we could have denied them. Oh well. I still think we're going to be able to clean up most of this corner of the map. But like I said, the logistics are just a long, like there are limits to what you can do in terms of logistics, right? All right, this is another planet in the middle of the map. We will start running out of places to colonize soon. A corner of the, well, we are trying to settle as much of the map as we can get. Planet X, does that have anything to do with rocks though? Maybe. Hello, those who are just getting here. Welcome. Mantle works for me. It has something to do with O. Is this the 12 planet mess? All right, so we're the first to 12. Still got several more, hopefully, incoming. Beware Emperor Dwayne. Sorry, that's just such a ridiculous message. Beware Emperor Dwayne. All right, let's see where the Borathi are. Oh my God, what is this? Oh my God, they have one planet? What is this map? You guys, what is this map? What? What? They're a one planet empire? Oh my God. What is this? Okay. This is some kind of map. Um, yeah, I don't really know what to make of this. They have one world. Okay. Um, well, humans are apparently trying to spread out. So maybe there's no one up here, and then this part of the map is open too. Gee, I mean, it's just like by this point in time, you're usually hitting the limits of what you can do in expansion because the AI has snapped up the rest of the map. The world with all the radiated worlds, yeah. Oh man, I don't know quite what to say. 'Cause it feels like we've already explored like half the galaxy. Okay, well, I'm just worried that the Cylons are going to get a lot of worlds out there somewhere. Northwest might still be open, it's true. Although the distances are pretty far. Remember, we only have range 4, so I feel like I built a lot of scouts, and even with the ones I built, I'm still it looks like I'm still insufficient. Because like this is now in range. This is now in range. Gibraltar, why don't you actually no, Gravel, you have some production. Oh, you're still finishing terraforming. Well, as soon as you're done, you can pause terraforming for one turn. Build me 3 scouts and we'll go see what's out there. And then we'll transfer Pop to Mantle after that. Jeez. Very, very odd. Okay, I don't know where this colony ship is going. I don't know if it like turned around or something, or I guess it's headed to that planet Argus. Anyway, well, that's where our colony ship's going. And then to the Tundra world after that. We've got 2 ships here. All right. This planet, though, we can't reach. We probably need to get a better range tech than range. Going to Argus, yeah. All right, I think that's enough colony ships for the moment. Let's put you back on research. Plymouth, yeah, Plymouth needs about 4 or 5 more turns to finish maxing out down there. Scone, you almost can terraform maybe in like 1 more turn. Okay. I might backtrack for range 6. We'll see what the options are at the next tier of propulsion. All right, there's those scouts over at Gravel. All right. Anything else we can reach? That's out of range. Okay, I guess that's the most we can do then. That's in range too, geez. Wow, these planets are in range as well? Jesus, okay. Well, we'll do another turn worth of scouts and send a couple of them down here. Finish terraforming I'll finish terraforming and build the rest of the scouts there. Okay. Jeez. Hopefully this is just going to retreat. I hope that there's not a weapon on this. I guess we're about to find out. Was I terraforming any of these other? Yeah, no. Plymouth is growing pop for itself. I was like, when am I terraforming any of these other planets? I don't think so. All right, run away. Shoot. It's not running away. It's not running away! No! Stay away! Robotics 3? Okay. Well, they got that planet then. Oh well. We'll be able to get this one, and maybe that one. Like, they're not running away! Robotics 3 is good to get. Again, like I said, there's just so many planets up here. It's hard to... I'm sure I could have maybe done a better job there, but it's just there's so many planets, it's hard to keep the AI off all of them. Now, I'm sure I could take this over if I wanted to, but let's play nice with the humans for now. I think we can always come back after them later on. No need to try to fight them in the early game. Let's build up our worlds, and then we can... If we need to run over them, we can always probably do that later. I mean, we're going to have like, 15 planets to their 4, something like that. I think we can manage. Okay, so we built some more scouts over here. We have scouts just freaking everywhere. I still think we have an odds to lay claim to some of these worlds too, if we can just get increased range tech. All right, so you're done terraforming. And we wanted to send some to the newest planet, Mantle. And then we have another planet we're about to grab on the following turn. We have a colony ship just about to grab that. But Mantle needs at least a little pop to get started. I don't want to send too much. That should be sufficient. Maybe Pebble can send to the following planet. All right, well, we almost have propulsion tech done. Force fields coming along. And then we have some of our other core worlds are almost out of the early game factory building stage, which is nice. You can terraform now, Darude. Yeah. Because you're over the halfway point. I think Scone is ready to, yeah. Do it over 2 turns. There we go. Same thing, both of these will terraform over 2 turns. But like Plymouth is almost there, just growing its own pop. And then O is almost maxed, almost completely finished its factories. It needs 28 more. Scone has more pop than factories. Yeah, that's not that unusual. It's still relatively early on. Usually when planets first start out, they have more pop than factories. So this one, all right. So this is a toxic planet in the middle of the map. This is our, what, 13th or 14th? X marks the spot. I like Mario Samus. I really want a planet X. Okay. Not Spambot really wanted an X. Is this going to bring us into contact with someone? Oh, okay. Well, now we'll at least be in contact with the brains and can at least see where they are. Okay. Now, which yellow star did they start at? Okay, that means that the Sakura are probably down here. And yeah, it looks like this part of the map is still unclaimed too. So maybe we'll be able to make a play for something over there, maybe. Now, where did they start out? Not in the, okay, not up there. Down here, this is their home world. Okay. That's actually not that bad. So they were the first to 6, but they haven't grown since then. They're only on 7 planets. That could be a lot worse. But they would probably be the favorites to get these planets up here, certainly. So that is something to keep an eye on. And then there's the question of what's down here. Okay, not the worst case scenario yet. This could I actually thought this might be a lot worse. Okay, so we have not met the Meklar or the Sakura yet. So they have to both be down. Well, one of them could be here. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the Mekla are here and just are like one planet empire. But I think the Sokka are down here because they were like second in a lot of the categories. So I think they're down here in this part of the map. I actually think the Mekla are probably here, stuck behind the Cylons. That's just a guess, but I wouldn't be shocked because I think the Cylons would have colonized this if it wasn't an AI homeworld. So I think there's an AI over here somewhere. Planet X is like right in the middle of the map. Planet X is a rich world too, so it's not a bad planet. Let's get some pop going there. Because it's a rich world, I'll send a little more than I would otherwise to get it started. Yeah, that'll take it to almost half pop. And Pebble's almost done, although I just took a bunch of population away from it. It's a big meanie. I guess Sisyphus was never really able to grow that much pop for us. All right, you're still terraforming, you're still terraforming, you're still building factories. Is Planet X in the nebula? I don't believe so, but it's hard to know. Hard to tell. It's hard to tell. Nebulas don't obscure vision, but they slow the movement of ships through them. Is that what they do in this game? All right, we should move. The AI doesn't like it if you hold ships over their planets. That it annoys them. All right. I don't think anyone's at war. Oh, they're at war with the Sakra. Okay. They're also at war with the Sakra. Okay. Well, I'm just going to stay out of that for right now. Unsurprisingly, the Cylon are biggest competition. Now, note that they're honorable in this game. They're not their usual pacifist personality. That actually makes them more dangerous. Honorable Industrious is one of the more dangerous personalities the Cylons can draw, because it means that they don't play like the Cylons. They play a bit more like the humans or Meklar. Anyway, note the tech on the Cylons, but we have so many planets that we're really in a good position here. I don't want to pick any fights right now. Let's just develop our planets, get them maxed out. Humans are a very obvious target for taking over because they're so close to us and they're in a very weak position. So let's just chill for now. We have 2 colony ships on the way up here in the north. Gonna take a while to get there. We're gonna one's intended for here, and the other one's up here. And as I said, I might try to get increased range once we have nuclear engines, because we should start. Once planets start maxing out, we can start devoting more effort to research. Right now, it's just the home world, but this has been a tremendous land grab, really tremendous land grab. Like, this is more planets than I realistically could have hoped to get, especially when we saw that there was an AI at this star. If there was no AI, like, I would not have expected to get this many worlds. I've gotten basically everything that was contested on this map. All right, so these planets are, there was 2 planets I was terraforming that we no longer need to. Run the slider. Yeah, there we go. We can go back to factory building. Sisyphus can terraform soonish. All right, so Gibraltar is showing max here. Again, we'll just finish building factories and then have it grow its missing pop, same as Plymouth is doing. Plymouth is just about to finish that, actually. There we go. O has reached its industry maximum. Okay, so O is now 23 pop short, so grow your own pop for yourself. But now Plymouth is maxed out, so it can start contributing its tech as well. Not bad. So now our research will start climbing. Yeah, I think it makes sense to get range 6 next, because that'll unlock these planets here. It'll also mean that we can grab this planet here, which otherwise is somewhat out of reach, and it could possibly unlock some of these worlds too. So I think range 6 is the next tech we want to grab, even though it means backtracking. Oh, okay, well, I guess we're not going to colonize that world. Well, we found Orion, you guys. It's in the corner of the map. So Pepple's maxed out on factories too. Okay. Now it just needs to grow its pop. A couple of these planets are at gravel too. The plus 20 terraforming is actually going to help a lot of these worlds too. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little surprised that force fields hasn't popped yet. So that means we have an extra colony ship up here. We have 2 colony ships headed up here. We're only going to need 1 to grab this. Well, I guess we can use the other one over here once we have additional range. Unfortunately, that means that a second scout is now headed to its doom. I didn't know that Orion was there. Oh well. Still got more scouts trying to explore what's in here. And actually, oh wow, that's in range too. Okay, Darude, go explore that for me. I didn't realize that this planet was now in range too. Okay. Definitely a good game for showing the benefits of really, really pushing scouting as much as you can. I feel like I've done a pretty good job. I actually think I could have done a little bit better job. But the importance of just really, really pushing out those scouts and just grabbing whatever you can. If the AI doesn't, if the AI doesn't take it, then just, go get it yourself. All right, we only need 3 more factories on this world, so. And a lot of these worlds are just starting to max out now. Larnistan should have probably terraformed a while ago. Let's definitely do that. But I think we're in good shape for this overall game. Yeah, the rich world, unsurprisingly, is looking pretty good. Yeah. I know. I sent another scout there. I didn't know it was Orion. A radiated world. Okay, that's likely to be there for us. Going to take a while for anyone to get enough tech to settle there. All right, so Gibraltar has maxed out its factories too. O is almost done. Okay. Yeah, come on, techs. These techs are taking forever to pop. Remember, the actual odds are double what it shows. So force fields are actually 70%, not 35%. And it's been sitting there for a while. All right, colony ship, go grab that. There we go. And then this second colony ship will just, I don't know, move over to Nice and then be ready to go grab that once we have the tech for it. But I can't research range 6 until the nuclear engines pops. Oh, maybe I can, hold on, maybe I can chase them off using the asteroids. Okay, no. Sometimes you can get them to chase away. Maybe they're finally going to claim another planet. Oh, nice. We have personal deflector. That's good. You always want to see this. It's better than getting class 3 shields. Class 2 to class 3 doesn't really do anything. Personal deflector's great. And another rich planet. Oh, okay. We'll definitely make a play for that. So that's over here. That's probably out of range right now, though, isn't it? Where is that? Yeah, 5 parsecs. We don't have the range. We need increased range to colonize that. And now we're at 23%, so that's 46% odds for that. Also about to get plus 20 terraforming, and then Robotics 3 isn't that far away either. Yeah, you still have personal reflectors if the planet's a nebula. The nebula only applies to space combat, not ground combat. I mean, you can see why you would think that, but yeah, the nebula only applies to space combat. All right, Blarneyston is done terraforming. Very nice. And this planet's just about maxed out on pop. We'll have another planet able to do research. We're about to colonize this world here. And then we're just gonna, I'm really gonna emphasize that range tech as soon as I finish nuclear engines. Oh, we found a soccer world, okay. So we have, okay. So I suspected the soccer are down there. All right, nuclear engines. Or we could actually, You know, it makes no sense. It makes no sense to go backwards to range 6 when range 7 is the only thing that lets us go forward. Of course, it's much more expensive. It's more than double the cost, but it makes no sense to go backwards to range 6 like I was going to do if we have to take range 7 to advance the tree forward. So we'll do range 7. I'm just going to shift a click or two from every field into that because I think it's the most important tech we can get right now. All right, so what do we want to name this one? This is in the far northeast corner. Might be the last one we get for the time being. Paper. People like paper or scissors for this one. Okay. Good old rock. Nothing beats rock. Oh, we found, okay, so there's already someone there, probably the Sakura. Oh, we did get the planet scout. Oh, and this is council vote time. Okay. Of course, we're up against the Cylons. Emperor Dwayne against Emperor Dynalon. I suspect the two of us are going to be nominated in every council vote. Oh, I thought they might vote for me because, you know, we have good terms. Okay. Borathi abstained. We should be able to vote for the Cylons here. Oh, okay. They're at war with the Cylons, so they voted for me. So they have 5 votes. Okay. We have 6. We're almost at a veto block already. So this is good. We can vote for the Cylons. 11 out of 20 is not enough to win. Actually very close to having a veto block already in the council. That's great news. We named ourselves Dwayne. We're Dwayne the Rock. We are Dwayne the Rock. Everything is a rock pun for this game, yes. Are we spying yet? No, I haven't turned on spying. I usually don't try to turn on spying until I have at least the second tier computer tech. I usually, because it's usually at about, I usually don't want to invest in spying until because it does draw a little away from your economy. I usually want to have my worlds developed before I start spending on that. So we're about hitting the point where I'd want to start looking for that, but I think we're still okay for the time being. Yeah, now we got the Cylons all the way up to amiable. That's good. We actually have another council vote next turn, so we might be able to vote for them again. That's good timing there. Yeah, they're gonna vote. It's gonna be another vote next turn. Okay, Sisyphus can terraform because it's at half pop now. It's gonna be pushing that rock up the hill forever in terms of building its factories. All right, paper. I want to get some pop over there, don't we? Well, I don't want to send too much from Nice because it's a rich world, but maybe Blarneystan. That's right in the halfway point too. Okay, well, also I should have terraformed this world. That's a oopsie by me. I guess there's not really any other planet I can send from that's even remotely close. All right, that's gonna hurt Nice's development, but it's what it is. Is what it is. All right. So tech, I wanted to shift. I'm just gonna say, I think I'm gonna do 2 clicks from every field. Oops, that was more than 2 clicks. Except planetology. There we go. We're just gonna emphasize this because we do want to get, this should open up a couple more planets for us if we can get it. Yeah, I think that works. Blarneystan sounds like an ex-Soviet territory. Yeah, Blarneystan. Anyway, but yeah, these planets are contributing research. It's pretty good, 626, and we're close to a couple other planets maxing out too. Pebble is just about there. Oh, I should build, you know, I need to build one missile base on each world. Gotta remember to do that. One missile base on each world. Oh, and we have terraforming to do. Okay. And straight on to plus 30. That was fast. That one did not spend ages in the percentage. All right, back again. Same, same election 2 turns in a row. Just gonna run it back. All right, now that time the Meklar voted for them. By the way, the Meklar only had 1 vote, so they're probably a one-planet empire as well. Just to be sure, 12 out of 20 doesn't win them the game, right? No, 60%. Just being absolutely sure. I'm not gonna stupidly give them the game, but yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of. So I guess we're in contact now with the Sakra. Unsurprisingly, they are. Yeah, not a surprise. They are. Well, they only have 3 planets. What is this? What is this map? Jeez. I mean, there's a Terran world right there. It shouldn't be that hard for these guys. Anyway, bizarre. Okay. Okay. Well, we're in contact with them now. Their population is terrible too, but they have a lot of fleet strength. They're at war. Okay, apparently the AIs got into warring on their own. They're erratic. Okay, that's probably the most disturbing thing is the fact that they're erratic in this game. All right, anyway, the AI doesn't like it when you sit over their world, as I've said before, so we'll move away from your planet. This one, little one quail. I don't know what all the AIs are doing in this game. An utterly bizarre game. But, okay. Still holding on hope that we might be able to get, we should be able to get this radiated world, maybe this dead world. I'm hoping maybe we can get this one too. As I said, we're going to emphasize that range tech and make a play for some of these spots. I'm not going to sign these guys to trade agreements. I don't think it's worthwhile. I was like, wait a minute, didn't I already terraform Darude? And the answer is I did, but now we have new terraforming tech. Okay, so we need to go through our planets and see which ones need to be terraformed. It only costs 50 BC to terraform. So this planet should terraform as well. Same here. $49. Why is it 49? Just want to make absolutely sure it does get that. All right. So you don't have to do all this manually, but I usually do. Part of the reason why I don't play on large or huge maps is so I can do this and it's not that tedious. All right, I said that this planet, well, I was going to say this planet should terraform, but now it probably shouldn't because I pulled some of the population away to go to that New World paper. You should, but you don't have enough production yet, so you need to build factories. Arnistan, yeah, I guess you can. It's close, but you're just brand new. Planet X definitely wants to oh, you don't have enough production yet. Does want to, but it doesn't have enough production yet. Okay, you definitely. Pebble, I want you to trickle a little research for me because someone needs to. You were already terraforming or something. Okay, there we go. All right. That tick came in a little faster than I was expecting, but that's not bad. Plus 20 terraforming is certainly nice. Right, this is over a radiated planet. I'll just retreat. I do not think you can colonize this world. I'll just hold position here. Yeah, Sisla's right here. This is how in the world have they not managed to get to this Terran 85 yet? Like, I have not held anything other than a scout there. How in the world did they not get there yet? That's crazy. All right, anyway. So Bedrock maxed out its factories. So Bedrock now just needs to grow the pop. So we'll just run a turn of eco spending there. Most of these other worlds need to max out on their factories. You're not close to maxing factories, are you? No, you're not even close. Keep working on them. I think you're close to getting your factories done. Yeah, you only need 4 more factories, right? Yeah, you only need 4 more factories, so you should probably be mostly eco spending this turn. Probably the same thing for Plymouth. 8 more factories, yeah. Something like that. Okay. You are brand new. You are a rich planet building factories. You're going to need more time to build those factories, I know. How many more do you need? You actually need a fair bit more factories. I don't think you can finish them all this turn. You are going to need to be building factories for quite some time. How many factories? This planet does have 48 factories done. Not bad. It is a size 120 world. When it actually gets its factories done, it's going to be a pretty good researcher, if not a good like ship producer, because it's a poor world. Wait, you still hung around again? Okay, well, you're going to leave sooner or later. You don't have enough tech to settle there. Wait, so somebody's here. There's a dome over that world. Nice is maxed out on factories. Okay, well, we'll terraform it then. Gibraltar maxed out its industry, or factories. Yeah, okay. I didn't think it was going to be able to finish. O is finished. That'll get it back up to max pop. Plymouth maxed its factories. Okay. All right, Bedrock can carry the research load now that it's remaxed. All right, why are you still sticking around on this radiated world? You can't colonize it. Oh, this is the Cylons, apparently, settled down here. That's annoying. They must have had an alliance with the Sakra. That's annoying. Definitely annoying. Although the Bolrathi got another planet up there. I mean, better than the Cylons having it, I suppose. Better than them having it. So it's really just this group of planets here, this dead rich planet, this one here. Yeah, this map is one of the strangest I've ever seen. I really don't know what's going on here. All right, we do have some tech, right? Yeah. That means Pebble can go off of tech and go back to building factories at its new factory limit. So we just have the homeworld on research, but a bunch of these other planets are going to be done soon. They're still hanging. Okay, geez. Why are they keeping this colony ship here? Just go away so I can keep my scout over this planet. I am happy to sign a non-aggression pact. We are not interested in fighting you anytime soon. Eventually, maybe, but not right now. All right, fine, geez. Hold on. This is going to this planet, right? Fine. We'll just send another scout back there. If you're going to make me keep retreating every turn. All right, so you're done. You are basically done. What was it, Gibraltar as well? Yeah, it just needs to finish regrowing that last pop. Pebble is building its factories. Okay, so we have one missile base on Bedrock. Let's get the one missile base on this planet, O, as well. Just in case, you never know. So this is because the lizards are erratic. They just decided to declare war. Steven Spielrock doing. I don't even know what that means or who that is. Steven Spielrock. All right. So that's not too concerning. The real question is if they're in an alliance with anyone else, could they pull someone in? They're erratic, so they just declare war due to dice rolls periodically. All right, so you don't need to build more missile bases. Just get that one done. Now we'll have Plymouth do a base. 2 turns. Okay. All right, so it's like Gibraltar, Bedrock, Plymouth, and O are the planets that are done. I think Scone is not that far off from being finished either. Sisyphus would be if it wasn't a poor planet. Instead, it still needs to build a tremendous number of factories. Oh, and Pebble is done as well. It needs 2 more factories. All right, you can terraform now in 2 turns, so I'll have you do that. Planet X also wants to terraform too. Same thing. Since you can do it in 2 turns. Larnistan is just working on its factories. Same thing here. You've almost finished your factories. Are you done terraforming? Yeah. Okay. And then you just need population here. Nice. Wish I could move pop around a little bit more easily. How are we looking on tech? Coming along there. In the live-action Flintstones movie, executive producer Steven Spielberg is credited as Steven Spielrock. Okay. A bit of a stretch, but okay. So Robotics Controls 3 are on the way too. I don't think we're going to have to worry too much about these guys given the distance between where we are and where the Sakra are. But, you know, we'll see. What turn is it? 2379? And we're in pretty good shape. Our research will start to take off as more planets finish maxing out too. Industrial accidents for the Cylons, better than us getting hit. All right, Pebble just got to finish building its factories. Yeah, Pebble going from size 20 to size 40 is pretty nice. Terraforming definitely helps. Of course, we can't ever we can't use atmospheric terraforming or turn our worlds into Gaia planets. So that definitely hurts in the late game a lot. It's why the Silicoids kind of have to be bigger than their rivals in the late game, or else they get really badly outscaled. Oh. I don't know that these guys necessarily have the range to reach me. All right, here we go. We'll send a ship back to this radiated planet. Oh, they cleaned that up fast. Only took them 1 turn. All right, so Gravel's maxed out its factories, so let's just grow population for it there. Scone, same thing, is maxed out on factories. All right, time to grow pop for yourself rather than have those factories sit around unused. As I said, it is a bit inefficient to do this, but all right. So now Plymouth has built a missile base. Now I'm going to have Gibraltar build one for itself. But research has definitely ticked up now that we've got some more planets finishing up. We're about to get we're not far off from Proof Robotics 3. This could be useful just to see what kind of weapons are on this ship. They have missiles or lasers or what? Okay, they have a heavy laser. Heavy laser. That's not a very scary weapon. So nice is, yeah, nice just needs to get its pop up. Now, what would be the ideal way to do this would be to have another planet grow at pop and send it in here, but just the distances involved with us only having warp 2 engines, it's not practical to do that. So just have to have it grow pop for itself. Because it's a rich planet, and a fairly decently sized rich planet. It has a tremendous amount of production, but it just needs to get its own pop up now. I'm pretty sure this colony ship is just headed back to its own world. All right, yeah, these planets are still terraforming. 20 out of 40. We can probably stop terraforming for the moment here. I'm not too concerned about that. We're probably just going to retreat. And has Gibraltar managed to finish that missile base? No, almost though. And Pebble is done. Pebble will build a missile base next. Are you still here? Go away. All right, Blarneystan also now needs to grow a pop for itself. And Darude, same thing. All right, Gibraltar, you have a missile base. Pebble, you are a smaller planet and also somewhat more likely to get attacked. But we got a couple of things in the percentages now. Duralloy will be nice to have. It's on its way. Those improved range is in the percentages too. Hopefully Warp 4 engines will be at the next tier after that. That would be very nice. Kind of pointless to think of going on the offensive usually until you have at least Warp 4. Before that, it's just everything's so slow before that. And hopefully we definitely want to get some better missiles. So hopefully third tier of weapons usually has scatter packs as an option. Also has Merculites as an option. So hopefully one of those two are there. We skipped Hyper Vs. Hyper X's were not available at the second tier. Hopefully scatter packs are available at the next tier. So kind of quiet turns right now. So, back again, seriously. I'm just trying to hold position over this empty planet. Stop bothering me. Anyway. A couple of these worlds are getting, yeah, Scone's almost maxed out on pop. Darude's almost maxed out on pop. Pebble's almost built its missile base. Gravel's almost maxed out on pop. And then Nice is still building pop for itself. It's going to be a very good ship producer once that's done. So just kind of chilling here. Seriously, just go away. Alright, MPG done. Scatter packs. Yay! Very powerful early game, best early game missile tech. So like we could reach its Hyper Vs, right? But this gives us 5 Hyper Vs simultaneously. Very good until people start getting advanced shield technology. By far the best early game missile tech. Okay, so we have Robotics 3 getting ready to pop soon too. Yeah, Cylon, I saw that. I saw that Cylon pop transport heading down here. I did see that. Okay, but we're happy to picked up a couple worlds up here. That's not bad. We want we just don't want the Cylons to get 1 billion planets. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's manageable. Them having 8 planets is not that big of a deal. We just don't want them having like 20. So that's not a big deal. And we're getting closer to having this propulsion tech done too, which is the other one that I'm tracking so I can grab these remaining worlds. All right, Pebble, you got your missile base done. I'll probably want more there down the road, but for now, that's fine. All right, gravel is just about done. Okay, Mantle, let's go back and have you finish. Actually, no, let's get it so you can do terraforming in one turn. I think both of you can, well, you can finish terraforming in one turn, so. That works there. All right, you're almost done regrowing your own pop. You're almost done growing your own pop. We should actually be starting to get an even bigger lead on the pop graph now, because we've been growing pop on some of these worlds that were lower. Oh my God, I'm gonna build a warship just to send it to this stupid planet. I'm just trying to hold my scout over this world. It's an empty world. Apparently no one has controlled dead tech in this galaxy, apparently, or something like that. Anyway, so Planet X is done terraforming. Another rich world is going to be pretty good. Well, this one's smaller, so it's not quite as good. Likely to be left alone there, though, because it's a toxic planet. All right. One more turn and we'll terraform you. How's this planet looking? This planet could probably do the initial terraforming. Excuse me. I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream. We've all been very sick. Our poor William was in the hospital for 4 days. Unfortunately, he's back to doing well again, but he was quite sick. All right, we got over the halfway point here on factories. That's good. Of course, we're going to get Robotics 3 soon, and then it'll need to build more factories after that. But yeah, I mean, Robotics 3 will be great because we don't even have to worry about the waste cleanup from the tech. And there we go. Just more production across the board once we build the factories. Oh, a green ship popping up. Meklar over here. That is not a colony ship. Well, Robotics 3. Nice. Oh, cool. We can go on to improve Space Scanner. I love this Space Scanner because you can see where the enemy ships are going. Very nice. Now, BC3 would actually not move the tree forward, so we should pick this, and then if we're lucky, BC5 is available at the next tier. Because we will need an improved battle computer. Alright. Time to build some factories, you guys. So we are currently at planet's output of about 2,200. Yeah, we are getting some good rolls. Definitely. We're actually close to hitting in most fields. We're actually not that far away from hitting in propulsion, too. But we're obviously going to build factories now. Now, one nice thing about Silicoids is you want to build factories? Well, you just build factories, right? You don't have to worry about waste cleanup. You just click the factory button and go. So it's kind of nice. Like, I don't have to worry about measuring out and making sure that we have like the proper waste cleanup. It's like, nope, just build the factories, man. Anyway, so you can finish terraforming there. Apparently you already had some. There we go. Already had some spending in that field. You can finish the second half of that terraforming. All right, refit. Pebble, I'll keep on research. I want one planet on research. All right. Good stuff. 23 got it. All right, so now here is something we do have to be slightly concerned about. They're allied with the Bullrathi and the Meklar. They're at war with the Soccer, but the Soccer are at war with me, so the Soccer will vote for them in an upcoming council vote. I have to make sure that everyone doesn't vote for them. Humans shouldn't vote for them. So as long as the humans don't vote for them, we should be okay. That's just a concern. So we might also have enough pop to just block a council vote on our own, but we do have to watch. We do have to keep an eye out for that. Like you can't, you don't want to just take the council votes for granted and get caught off guard. All right, so I guess I forgot to reorder my fleet to that planet there. Oh, and I should have, yeah, okay. I need to get need to assign scouts back to these planets. They're retreating now. Well, I got an extra scout here, so you can head back there. Want to try to have eyes over these planets. Uh-oh, what's this? Okay, so Borathia also now declared war. Again, there's a fair amount of pressure on these races. Now, here's the problem. They're allied with the Cylons. That's the concern. Oh, they're erratic as well. Okay, they're both erratic. Now, the Cylons are far enough away that they're unlikely to be able to come after me. So, just keep an eye on these wars. I'm not too concerned. I mean, I guess these guys are not that far away. Actually, they're not that far away from Planet X, are they? Maybe Planet X should build some bases. Well, see if there's... I don't seem to have any ships nearby. So I guess we can keep staying on the econ train for the moment. Should max out on factories very shortly here. And then we just need to grow the pop. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on these guys. At least I can see 5 parsecs away. I don't see any fleet of theirs in the area, so that could be worse. Just keep an eye on them. I obviously can't chase off the Cylons if they want that world. This rich world's already maxed out on factories. Planet X as well, same thing. Now just got to grow the pop. All right, so the Cylons were able to grab that planet, so they have controlled dead tech now. Not great, but it is what it is. As I said, there's only so far you can reach in terms of colonizing, and it looks like the humans grabbed this. That was the Terran world? Okay. Yeah, I think long term, I would not be surprised if we were grabbing human territory just to consolidate what we have. Because they're kind of intertwined with my territory, but I want to make sure I don't lose a council vote or anything like that. All right, yep, everybody, all our core worlds are just building factories right now. They might be headed for that spot. Yeah, this looks like they're headed for this star here, but I don't think I can keep them off this planet if they really want to head there. I don't think I can build ships fast enough to get them. I don't have the range to, yeah, I don't have the range to get there, unfortunately. It feels bad because I feel like this is some territory I should be able to hold, but I don't think I can stop them fast. Like they have a colony ship racing across the map to get there. Yeah, I don't. The problem is I don't have the range to get to that spot, right? What's the best I could do in terms of like medium ships with? Like, what can I put on this? 2 MPGs? That doesn't feel that good. Doesn't feel very strong. Just doing like MPG 2, just out of curiosity. If I were to try to build this. Well, we can make an I don't know if I can stop them. How they're so freaking fast to get there, though. Yeah, I don't even know if they could get there fast enough in travel time. They're flying across the galaxy at like warp 4 or something. I think even if I built this, I don't think I can get there fast enough. I think that ship's just too fast, unfortunately. Unfortunate. Could have, of course, built ships ahead of time, but I'm actually not that far off from the tech to just colonize the planet myself. So hoping I could just get over there myself. Oh well. We have certainly gotten more than our fair share of this galaxy. Industry maximum. Okay. Looks like a lot of planets hit the industry max hit there. Yeah, looks like a lot of planets maxed out on factories. Okay. So we were at 2200 and now we're at 2900. That's a nice increase there. All right. Pebble was the one planet that we stopped. All right, let's take a look at these worlds. All right, so Bedrock, that looks fine. Scone, that looks fine. Nice. Get yourself a missile base, please. Mantle's done terraforming. Larnistan. Why don't you get yourself a missile base too? Paper, you're done terraforming. You're just growing your own pop. Apparently you're not a target for an attack just yet. You also should probably build at least a missile base for yourself. Poor old Sisyphus still rolling that boulder up. It's got to get 360 factories built to max out. Still working on it. Still working on it. Okay. Tech though, our tech like double, our research rate like doubled from that. So that's pretty nice. We have 7 turns until a council vote. And the Cylons are back to being allied. Well, they're at war with the humans though. That we should be pretty safe as long as they're at war with the humans. If the humans will vote for us if they're at war with the Cylons. Not unexpectedly, they're up here. Yeah, I don't think I could have gotten there fast enough. Maybe they have missiles, though. Missile? Yeah, didn't think that would work. Okay, guys, just don't declare war on me until after this vote, okay? It's not surprising. My population's so high, relations are starting to tank with everybody else. It's not a surprise. So now how many Cylon worlds do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, they're starting to grab more of the map, which is not shocking. So this is where the danger starts to come in, because by getting so large, you make it so the AIs do not like you very much. As I said, I think that the humans become a target. We're probably trying to turn on some, see what they got spying, just to start seeing what tech everybody else has. As I said, let's just start checking out what tech people have. All right, nice, a rich planet. Give us some reserve spending. Actually, we already have a fair bit in the reserve. Well, that's fine. We can start spending on, we'll start reserve spending then. I didn't realize we had some reserve to play around with. If we have reserve to play around with, then we're going to use it. Use it on these worlds that are still getting set up here. All right, you are going to build some defenses for yourself. Yeah, we have 1,700 beakers per turn coming in. So there's a dead planet up here that no one's colonized. Interesting. Oh no. Why? 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 Seriously, you went from being relaxed to war in 2 turns? What? What? Why? Why? Why would you do that? Right before a council vote too? Oh my God. Ah, why? Why would? Oh my God. I just needed to get past this council vote. Okay. Because currently I'm looking at a situation where everyone's going to vote against me. Yeah, not exactly honorable, huh? All right. Well, we're gonna have to start building bases more seriously. 'Cause our bases don't really have much of a punch right now. All right. Jeez. Allied to Sakura. Were they allied to the Sakura? Yep, that's it. That's what it was. That's what it was, this alliance. Oh my God. That's why they declared war on me. Well, it's interesting because usually when the AIs are all at war with each other like this, you're relatively safe in the council, but somehow the Sakura have managed to stay allied with 2 AIs while getting everyone into a war with me. So I need to try to get the Sakura into a peace treaty. If I can get them into a peace treaty, they'll either vote for me. Sure, that's perfectly fine. All right, that should get us through the next council vote. My friends, the Sakura. Of course, they're allied with the humans, but again, I just need to get them through this council vote because they'll vote against the Cylons as long as they're not at war with me. Anyway, okay, well now we gotta be concerned about the humans potentially. All right, I have no idea what ships they have. They actually have quite a few ships up here. At least I'm gonna get a spying report on them shortly to figure out what they have. Yeah, I got these worlds all over the place, but they're not really defended. Let's build more than 2 bases there. All right. Unfortunately, my bases are not going to be very strong at the moment. So I really need to research more tech. Obviously, this propulsion is now not really a priority anymore. So let's dial this way down and dial up weapons, because now Scatterpack V is a huge priority. All right, so all the worlds along the human frontier are just going to be building bases for the time being, except Paper, which is pretty vulnerable right now. If someone were to go after it, it would probably be pretty donezo, but that's, I mean, we have so many worlds. Losing one here and there is not the end of the world. All right, just get through this council vote. Yeah, the downside to expanding like crazy. Just get through this council vote. Yeah, the Cylons are now snapping up all the hostile worlds. They're going to grab another planet up there. So unfortunately, what we were worried about, that they're going to snap up the north, is kind of did come to pass. Anyway, the humans are now target number 1, so we're going to definitely try to take... All right, well, at least we get a scouting report on them. What do they have in terms of... Oh, they have fusion bombs. That's bad. That's pretty bad, because that'll cut right through any defenses I have. All their other weapons suck, too. So they'll probably be slapping fusion bombs on just about everything. That's... why do they have to have fusion bombs? Why couldn't you have researched ion cannon or something? Well, at least scatter packs will be really good against them. They're actually pretty sad in terms of their stuff. They have no planetary shield. They have hyper Vs for missiles, so their defenses are pathetic. Once we can get some actual tech, we'll be in good shape against them. Let's get a Skyrim report on these guys next. Well, I'm just going to keep an eye out for them. We have no idea what's on their ships. Remember, they're already in pre-existing wars, so they might be less inclined to come after me. So the weak points are mantle and paper. They're not really defended yet. But I need to keep tech spending because the best way to improve security is to finish these techs. Finish Duralloy, finish Scatterback. That'll make my planets a lot stronger. So it's better to keep the tech spending on as opposed to be like frantically building ships that are not really that strong. All right, we got 4 turns to the council vote, 4 turns to the council vote. Do not redeclare war on me until this council vote is done. It'll also be nice to have the scanner upgrade so I can see where the AI ships are going. All right, nice will be reasonably well defended. Doesn't look like I'm the target of any of these immediate ships, so that's good. Pebble's about to finish its... We got a lot of text in the percentages here. Well, I guess I'm not that close to discovering the scanner tech. Paper R1 weakness, yeah. We're also going to get even more terraforming, but that's not bad because that's more votes in the council. I won't have this in time, I think, for this council vote, but for the next one. I have how many planets total? 14? Well, that's another council vote. It's like 1.5 more council votes from terraforming every planet. Geez, yeah, they're just picking off every one of these worlds. All right, we could get II7 or auto repair. I don't think I want the auto repair. It's such a useful special, even though it's not an economic thing. So yeah, the Cylons now grabbed yet another world. Still, just this radiated one is the only one that's left. They grabbed this tundra. This is the one that's annoying. I wish I hadn't gotten this one here. So long term, the plan for this game is let's eat the humans, and then we'll figure out where to go from there. And then we maybe take on the Cylons from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, this is starting to get more troublesome. Now they're up to 13 worlds. It was not so scary when they were at 7. Now they're at 13. We have the basic one. We have II9. So we have the most basic one. But at least the AI hasn't been sailing right into our defense, like has not really been coming after us yet. So that's good. Humans could have been much more. All right, look, and this was the fleet I was most worried about, and it doesn't appear that it's heading towards me at all. In fact, Argus is completely undefended. All right. So we managed to get our spying report on the Sakra. Well, these guys are absolutely pathetic. So they're still at war with the Cylons. They're no longer in an alliance with the humans. That's good. And we have 2 more turns until the council vote. Okay. See if we can get a scouting report on the big guys. These guys are pathetic. Maybe we could trade for a battle computer. That wouldn't be bad. Let me just see if I can do that. I would not mind having BC2, for example. Sure. Take the neutron pellet gun. It's a better weapon than what they have, but that's fine. Okay, that's helpful. That'll give our bases a little bit more punch. I'm happy to make that trade. These guys don't really have that much I would want. Except Fusion Bomb. Fusion Bomb would be nice. All right. Planetary shield, hopefully. Yes. Always want that planetary shield to be there. That is not what we wanted. Energy pulsar is not what I wanted. That means I'm stuck on warp 2. Ugh. Well, at least the Cylons, or at least the humans are pretty close. So invading them will be a bit easier. All right, let's get through this council vote. We're almost there. After we get this weapons tech, we're going to dial up shield spending. Once I have planetary shield V and scatter packs, I'll feel relatively safe from the weapons that the AI can muster right now, and then we can look to maybe turn the tables. So let's just check in here because there's a council vote next turn. We're going to be up against the Cylons. Humans or the Sakra should vote for me because they're at war with the Cylons. They're allied with the Meklar. No relationship with the Bulrathi or the Bulrathi will vote for them because they're at war with me, but the Meklar hopefully abstain. And my population, I think I might have a 1/3 veto block anyway at this point, but I have to be on the safe side. And they still like me because I voted for them twice in previous elections. Okay, so yeah, interesting times to be sure. Let's have this rich planet go back on the reserve so I can reserve spend at the 2 planets I'm trying to stand up. Paper and what's the other one? Mantle is the other one that's could use some reserve spending. Try to get these planets, yeah, stood up so they can build their own bases. All right, I'm just checking my other worlds here. Sisyphus up to 11 bases, 11, 11 factories per turn. It's at 233. It needs 360. It's slowly getting there. I mean, it'll be a good researcher once it's finally done with this. It's getting there. That boulder is going to make it to the top of the hill. Don't you wait. Anyway, yeah, and then all these other planets are doing research. Okay, I will save the game just in case some monkey business happens. But yeah, I think we'll make it through this election. I think we will. It's the election happening. All right. As I said, I think we'll be nominated against the Cylons every single time. All right. So we knew the humans would vote against us. That's not a surprise. They're at war with us. We knew they would vote against us because they're at war with us. All right, that's the one we were counting on. Just wanted 3 votes from the Sakra, just so that they're not coming against us. Okay, that's annoying. I was hoping that they would abstain. They are not in an alliance with the Cylons, but they voted for them anyway, so that's a little unfortunate. So they have 6 votes. Okay. We have 9. Oh, we actually have a veto block. So we were actually safe regardless. We have 9 out of 26. That's enough to block the AI from ever winning. Okay, so that's good. That's good news there. So we did not need the Sakra's vote, but you can see it is important just to make sure, just to be safe. You don't ever want to assume there, right? Apparently the Cylons keep grabbing more worlds down here too. Anyway, so yeah, so our goal again is take over the human homeworlds, and then we'll see where to go from there. Maybe we can hit the Cylons after that. Do we have a scouting report on the Cylons yet? We do, okay. That's actually not that bad. I mean, yeah, they have Warp 5 impulse drives, plus 30 terraforming. Honestly, this is not as bad as I was expecting. They're not really that far ahead. They're only like 1 or 2 generations ahead. I was expecting them to be further ahead than this. So that's actually not that bad. Okay, I can live with that. Let's get a scouting report on these guys next. Oops, one more tick than I wanted. Let me just check my planets real quick. And then I think this is probably going to be a good stopping point. We can go ahead and use our reserve spending on our new worlds. Definitely appreciate that the humans have not really been attacking me. And hopefully we're going to get these scatter packs. Plus we got plus 30 terraforming coming in. So another council vote, get us up to 10 votes, maybe 11. But the scatter packs are going to be pretty nice. We don't have the planetary shield yet, so we have to worry about that. But scatter packs will be pretty nice. That is this planet, this one here. Still building the factories. If Argus has no bases, Argus does have a base, has 3 bases. All right. And everybody else is just still doing their research except for Sisyphus, which is not that far away from finishing. It's maybe a dozen, like 12 turns away from being maxed out and being able to contribute in its own right. Okay. Alrighty, so I will go ahead, save there. We will pick this up. Yeah, we did actually get to scout it earlier. And we'll pick this up here next week. So I know it's a bit of a shorter stream. Again, we've all been feeling pretty sick here. Just to let you see, let me close Master of Orion here for a second and show you the desktop. So we've all been really sick. You might have heard me coughing a couple times here while we've been doing the stream. But I just want to show one pic real quick from while we were in the hospital. So it is the worst thing when you're a parent and you have to go in the hospital and your kid is, hooked up to, so poor William, he was hooked up to the breathing, he had the breathing thing in his nose because his oxygen levels were really low. And then they had to do, all the monitoring that they normally do. So they have to check your pulse and they had to do his blood pressure. And then he had an IV in him because they were worried about fluids there. But poor little guy, like he doesn't know what's going on. And so he was really miserable when he was in the hospital, our poor guy. So just he hung in there really well, but like he didn't understand what was going on, and he really hated all the tubes that he had hooked up to him because he just likes to move around. He wants to crawl around and explore everything. So he was so happy when he finally got the breathing thing out when his oxygen levels were good enough. So he was so happy when he could finally just move around without those things in him. But he's been doing better, and this was from like a day or two ago.
Yeah.
If you just wanted to see how he's feeling better.
Mm-hmm.
He was playing with a dish towel.
Great job, little guy. Yeah.
But yeah, he's feeling much better. Back to his normal self again. Still, we're doing better, but we're still recovering, and we're still not 100% here. So hopefully by next week we'll all be feeling a bit better, and I can do more of a normal stream. But I did want to keep it a little shorter because my voice is still not quite there. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you're having a great week, and I'll see you next time. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.